Real Agriculture's coverage of Agritechnica 2019 is brought to you by Brevant. Seed, yield, easy. Sean Haney with Real Agriculture. We're at Agritechnica 2019 in Hanover, Germany, brought to you by Brevant. And we're in the John Deere booth, and we're looking at really one of the coolest future concepts here in the future farming zone, as they call it. We're with Simon Paffman. He is with John Deere. Hey, Simon, how's it going?
I'm fine, and you?
Fantastic. Okay, so we've obviously gotten rid of the cab.
Yeah.
We've also gotten rid of an axle. So we're down to one axle. It's an electronic, autonomous machine. Tell us about it.
So what you see here, it's based on a tractor, and we removed the cab, as you said. We removed also under the aspect of electrification, the whole diesel engine, its auxiliaries, and the fuel tank. And we also went further. We removed the front axle. So what we are doing right now is we developed a new implement interface in order to attach it to a towed implement. So what we are doing right now is we have a new concept which is using the axle of an implement to form a new vehicle. This is the plan.
So the tractor and the implement become one.
It's a symbiosis of a tractor and an implement, yes.
Okay. Very, very interesting. I actually didn't know that part. That's really cool. Okay, so what would be the horsepower? Like when we think about this, battery powered, of course, people think right away, how long does the batteries last? Yeah. Is the battery technology at a point yet where this is feasible?
No. So that's the reason why we do not have any battery underneath the hood. So it's currently powered by a cable. This means for testing reasons, so we would like to see what are the advantages, the disadvantages of that system in the field if you test it more than 5 hours or 10 hours. And therefore we are actually using a cable, but we are also looking into fuel cells, batteries, and so on. But now battery technology is not energy dense enough for powering this vehicle. So you asked me also about the power.
Yes.
We have here about 500 kilowatts of installed power, which means we have 250 kilowatts for the traction and another 250 kilowatts for PTO and the hydraulics.
Okay, so this unit would ideally pull what kind of width of an implement? And I know it depends on what that implement's doing, but just kind of give us an idea just so we can compare it to a traditional machine.
So in this publicly funded project, we are using a 6-meter implement.
Okay.
It's a disc harrow you see in the back. Yeah.
Okay. And so typically this would be, you would look for this unit to be the equivalent of what kind of horsepower tractor?
I think a 250 kilowatt tractor, so more than 300 horsepower.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. What has the reaction been here from the farmers that are looking at this unit?
So you have to tell them that it's a concept, right? I often say that is how the future could look like. It's not how the future will look like. Maybe it's different. I have no idea right now, but it's a concept how the future could look like.
Okay. But probably some optimism, and I'm sure there's probably some skepticism too from some people saying, "Oh man, I love driving a tractor."
Yeah, that's true, but we do not remove the driver at all. He also can check the system via camera, sensors, and so on.
Okay. Well, Simon, thank you very much for joining us here today, and look forward to hearing more about this project.
You're welcome.